We begin today with some heartbreaking and truly shocking news that has just come in. Liam Payne, one of the former stars of the world-famous boy band One Direction, has tragically passed away at just 31 years old. This news is sending shockwaves across the music world and beyond, as millions of fans all over the globe are reeling from this sudden and tragic event. For so many people, this feels completely unreal. It's hard to process, and it will take time for fans, friends, and the entire music industry to come to terms with this enormous loss. Let's take a moment to go over what we know so far. Authorities in Buenos Aires, Argentina have confirmed the heartbreaking news that Liam Payne has passed away. According to official reports, Liam was found after a fall from the third floor of a hotel in Buenos Aires. Emergency services were called to the scene after a 911 call came in, reporting that a man was acting aggressively. Police believe that Liam might have been under the influence of alcohol or drugs at the time, but these details are still under investigation. Right now, a lot of questions remain unanswered. Was this a tragic accident? Was there something more going on? We just don't know yet. It's a very sad and troubling situation, especially considering that Liam was so young and, by all accounts, still very active in his music career. His passing is not only a tremendous loss for his family and friends, but also for the millions of fans who have followed him from his early days in One Direction to his solo music career. The police statement mentions that officers arrived at the hotel after the emergency call and found Liam after he had fallen. Paramedics were called in right away, but sadly, they were unable to save him. This news has already sent waves of grief through the entertainment world, and as more information comes in, it's clear that many people will be mourning this loss for a long time to come. For millions of fans, Liam Payne was more than just a musician. He was someone they grew up with, someone whose music became the soundtrack of their lives. Liam was one of the original members of One Direction, a boy band that became a global sensation almost overnight. Formed on the UK reality show The X Factor, One Direction took the world by storm. Their rise to fame was nothing short of meteoric. They went from being a group of young singers trying to make a name for themselves to becoming one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Their songs dominated the charts. Their concerts sold out in minutes, and they were beloved by fans all over the world. Liam, along with Harry Styles, Niall Horan, Louis Tomlinson, and Zayn Malik, formed a bond that fans connected with deeply. Each member brought something special to the group, and together, they created something truly magical. Even after the band broke up and each member went their separate ways, One Direction's loyal fan base stayed with them, continuing to support their individual careers. Liam Payne, in particular, managed to carve out a successful solo career in the years that followed. After One Direction disbanded, Liam followed the path of many former boy band members, pursuing his own music as a solo artist. Over the years, he released several singles, collaborated with other artists, and kept his presence alive in the music world. Earlier this year, he even released a new single, which was well received by fans. He was still attending events, including concerts where he showed support for his former bandmates. In fact, just a few weeks ago, he was seen cheering on one of the other former One Direction members at a live show. This just shows how close the group remained, even after all these years. It's important to remember that One Direction was not just a band, they were a global force. At the peak of their success, they were one of the most popular musical acts on the planet. Their songs were everywhere, on the radio, on TV, in movies, and their faces were plastered on everything from magazines to billboards. They sold out massive stadiums all over the world, and their music touched the lives of millions of fans, young and old. Liam Payne played a crucial role in that success. His voice, his energy on stage, and his connection with the audience made him a fan favorite. But Liam was more than just a pop star. He was someone who opened up about his personal struggles, including his mental health. He spoke openly about the pressures of fame and how difficult it could be to live life in the public eye, especially from such a young age. This honesty made him even more relatable to his fans, who appreciated that he was willing to talk about these tough issues. They admired his strength and courage, and for many, he became a source of inspiration. The loss of Liam Payne at just 31 years old is a heartbreaking reminder of how fragile life can be. It's especially tragic because Liam still had so much more to offer, both as an artist and as a person. He was still working on his music, still creating, still performing, and now that potential is gone far too soon. His passing has left a huge void, not only in the music industry, but in the hearts of his fans, who will feel this loss deeply for a long time to come. For so many, Liam wasn't just a singer. He was someone they looked up to, someone who had been a part of their lives for over a decade. His music, his personality, his openness, It all left a lasting impact on those who followed his career. His legacy will live on through his songs, his performances, and the memories he created with fans around the world. In the days and weeks ahead, we will likely learn more about the circumstances of Liam Payne's death, but for now, we are left to mourn the sudden and tragic loss of someone who brought so much joy and light into the world. Liam's contributions to music, both as part of One Direction and as a solo artist, will never be forgotten. His fans will continue to cherish the memories, the music, and the moments he gave them. It's hard to put into words just how much Liam and One Direction meant to an entire generation. They weren't just a boy band, they were a global phenomenon. They shaped the sound of pop music for years, and their influence can still be felt today. And Liam, with his talent, charm, and down-to-earth nature, was a big part of that. To lose him at such a young age is nothing short of heartbreaking. As we learn more about what happened, we'll keep you updated. For now, our thoughts are with Liam's family, friends, and of course, his millions of fans around the world who are grieving this tragic loss. Rest in peace, Liam. You will be missed, but your music and your legacy will live on forever.